everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Allie, and I am here today to introduce you to a project that I created as someone who grew up and all I did was read fantasy, mythology, like those types of things. Things that are just not reality. Just kind of got me through my younger years, kind of just got me through my now, honestly. Like, I still read nothing but mythology, fantasy, sci-fi type stuff. That's some of my favorite movies, favorite shows. And I kind of wanted to bring that into my other love, other than like reading and books, which is makeup and project planning. So through the Fantastic Ladies Facebook group, which I will leave linked down below, I have created the project This is PANtasy. So panning fantasy. I've created 21 prompts relating to 21 creatures within just different fantasy realms, mythology realms, ranging from all sorts of cultures. And yeah, this is a rolling style project. You can start with as little or as many prompts as you want. I'm going to start with 7. I know there are some that are starting with less, some that are starting with all. Updates are going to be every other month. That way you can kind of like space things out. Starts today, which is National Mythology Day. I actually didn't know that. Kana's the one that told me that, so I will link Kana's channel down below. She's kind of been giving me some insight here and there throughout creating this project as well. I will also leave everyone that's linked down below that is joining in the master list. If you want to sign up, it is open to join for everybody. I will leave all the prompts and everything else down below, and I will also create a playlist for everyone that is joining in so we can kind of go to one location to watch everybody. But yeah, all the prompts are completely and totally open for interpretation. If you are not somebody that does frankening, you can kind of make that prompt whatever suits your style best. I don't franken products either, so it's actually something that's going to be interesting for myself as well. Same thing with like singles, depotting, repressing. If those aren't things that you do, kind of twist that prompt a little bit and make it your own to suit your panning style and your panning needs, and to kind of go along with the items that you have in your collection. Everything in this project is 100% open for interpretation. You do not have to follow the prompts to a T. It's all up to you guys. So with that being said, I have chosen 7 randomly. I've used the Pretty Random app. I will pull up the I will put up the screen recording. So I have chosen, or randomly selected, number 18, 8, 21, 5, 16, 15, 20. So I'm going to start with 7. The 7 that I have, I will just kind of go down my list. So starting with number 5, which is a dragon. And the description that I have, again, everyone's interpretation of what these creatures are is different. I just kind of went by just some of the basic research that I could do to kind of make a prompt out of it. So number 5 is dragon, which is a large serpentine legendary creature depicted as winged, horned, four-legged, and capable of breathing fire or ice. When I think of dragons, I obviously, like, my first instinct is like Harry Potter. I'm a huge Harry Potter nerd. On top of like Game of Thrones, like I just, dragons and dragon tails. Dragon tails like comes to mind for some reason, like weirdly. Dragon tails. Okay, but and for the prompt that I added or created for this one was a large product packaging, amount, etc. It could be a price point. Natasha Denona 28 pan, that can be considered large because that price is outrageous. So the product that I chose is the Wet n Wild Loose Highlighter. This, obviously, it's pigmented like no other, but there's so much product in here, and you really don't need a lot. I will give a small little swatch of what this shade looks like. This is in the shade I'm So Lit. is just a loose highlighter. You don't need a lot of it, and there's just a lot of product in here. My goal for this is to use this 20 times before I can roll it out. I am working on like 5 other highlighters, so I have to rotate. Going down my list, number 8 is Giant, and that is a oversized humanoid known for strength and aggression, existed before the gods. So I'm new to panning. I've always loved makeup. I've always enjoyed makeup, and I've always kind of watched YouTube. But something that the prompt was a product that you've loved before the beauty community made it big. And the product that I chose isn't necessarily something that I loved before the beauty community. I bought it because of the beauty community. However, I kind of spun it a smidge. I loved e.l.f. primers before they were huge. The like $3 primers that were in like the bottle, you didn't get a lot of product. The Poreless one, for instance, was like my favorite. I have acne, oily prone skin. I do have large pores like on my cheeks and my nose. So the Poreless primer from e.l.f. when I was first getting into makeup, I loved it. Like, it was like my favorite thing. So I actually chose the e.l.f. Poreless Putty primer because I don't own any other primers from e.l.f. anymore. This is like my go-to, along with the oil control primer. I have 3 of these. I have 2 that are brand new, and then this one plus a couple of minis. So this is what it looks like. It is just a putty type primer. This is supposed to be a dupe for the Tarte putty primer as well as the Tatcha putty primer. My goal for this is to hit pan. You don't need a lot, so it's going to take a while, but I want to hit pan in this. I have finished one. I have finished one completely, and that took me like a year. So I just want to hit pan. That'll take me a couple of months, few months, maybe half the project. But yes, I did love e.l.f. primers before they blew up because they were cheap. That's all I could afford at 18 years old. But this one is a staple, so I just wanted to bring this one in as well. Number 15. 15, I have Phoenix. Phoenix is a mythological bird, or mythical, obviously, bird known for rising from its ashes, symbolizing renewal and rebirth. And this is a product that you repressed or depotted. And not many know me, but I actually depotted all of my ColourPop shadows. I don't have any ColourPop shadows that were in palettes, in those palettes anymore. They are all just in like a Z palette. So I chose, and I have like 400 ColourPop shadows because of this. And I took out all the duplicates, so they're all single shaded. But I went and pulled my red and orange colored Z palette, which has all my ColourPop singles. My goal is to hit pan in 2 shades from this. I'm not sure which one. I will decide maybe as I use it, but my goal is to hit 2 shades in here with pan. ColourPop shadows are very pigmented, and the matte specifically take a while to hit pan. The shimmers not so much. This one actually has a couple of glitters in here as well. But this is my like orangey, reddish toned palette from all my ColourPop shades. So they're going to be good for fall. Next is 16, which is Troll. And it is an ugly creature depicted as either a giant or a dwarf. Dwells in rocks, mountains, or caves, known to be master builders. The product with ugly packaging. And the product I chose, some people may think this packaging is cute. I hate this packaging. It is not functional. It is just totally stupid. And why I spent the money on this, I will never know. I used to work at Ulta, so I bought this because it was like 50% off when I bought it. And then I got my discount, and I had points, and I made this huge, gigantic purchase. And it is these Tarte, like, 9-Way to Shine trios, which were the holiday collection last year or the year before. And this is what it does. It's like a blush, a bronzer, and a highlight. This is 2 blushes and a highlight. And it like swivels. That is not functional to me. Like, if I want to use the shades, like, I have to like open all of them. Like, it This is ridiculous. And this was like 40 bucks for 3 of these. I do not understand. So I hate this. My goal for this is I want to hit pan in this highlighter, which I believe is Frosty is the shade name. It kind of reminds me of Champagne Pop a little bit. I do have a really good dip right here. I don't know if you can see it. So I don't think it would be too hard to hit pan. Again, I've rolled in another highlighter. I'm working on like 8, 7, 10. I don't even know. There's a bunch of highlighters that I'm working on. So my goal is to hit pan in that highlighter. So vampire. Legendary creature. Creature that subsists by feeding on vital essence of living. Believed to drink blood, be immortal, and have heightened senses. They hate silver, sunlight, garlic, holy symbols, and wooden stakes. And according to Stephanie Meyer, they also sparkle like diamonds in the sun. And if you have watched Vampire Diaries, they apparently have these special rings that can keep them from burning in the sun or something like that too. I don't know, I didn't watch that show. But yeah. And if you drink fairy blood, according to True Blood, you drink fairy blood, then you can actually walk in the sun. There's a lot of crap about vampires. It's just super stupid. But anyway, the prompt is a blood red product. And I'm already working on a couple of red lipsticks. I didn't want to bring in a red lipstick. I'm already working on a red matte eyeshadow. So I figured blood, red. I didn't want to do another nail polish. So I just pulled in my Blood Sugar palette. And I am going to work on the shade Blood Sugar, which is this metallic, like deep metallic red. My goal is to use this 20 times. So yeah, I want to use that Blood Sugar shade 20 times. Number 20 is a witch or a wizard, which is a person who practices magic derived from supernatural, occult, or arcane sources. And the prompt is a magic themed product. And you could spin this literally anyway. You can do this a Harry Potter wizard. You can do just magical and color. I chose another nerd side of myself, which is Disney. And I picked the Frozen 2 lipstick for Elsa, which has magical eyes powers. Yeah. And it is in the shade Little Snow. This is a lipstick. I don't think I've ever used this, but maybe to swatch it. It is this plumish, pinky, purpley shade. My goal is to use this 20 times. I think I can do that over the next couple of months. It's a good fall and a good winter shade. So I think over the next, probably by March, I can definitely hit my 20 use goal. And the last number I pulled, which was number 21, which is zombie. It's the description is a corpse that is supernaturally reanimated, walking dead, decaying, rotting skin, hungry for human flesh, zombies. And this was a product that is falling apart. I chose my ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Pledge class. This has crumbled and broke on me so many times. I've had to push it back in numerous times. My goal is hefty. My goal is to finish this. Because it does crumble, I lose a lot of product when I do use it. So my goal is to finish this. This is one of my oldest Super Shock shadows. I probably had this one maybe a year or two. At least a year. And yeah, so I really want to finish it because I know it's going to kind of go by quicker than normal with a Super Shock because it's so crumbly and it breaks every time I put my brush or a finger in it. But yeah, if you want to join in to the project, I will leave everything linked down below. It is open for everybody to join. Again, updates are every other month. Instead of monthly, kind of spread things out a little bit, kind of give yourself some time to actually focus on every project that you're kind of working on. I'm working on way too many for starting halfway through the year on project planning. And so yeah, I kind of wanted to give myself a break because I have been super bad about videos. Life has just kind of gotten in the way lately and I've been really bad about recording and getting videos up. I'm literally going to be batch recording today. So you will see this face and this look a lot over the next few days. But yeah, if you did like today's video, please give me a big thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to join my Alleyland fam. I'm relatively new to YouTube and to panning still, and I'm always open to criticism and comments and just let me know what I can do better. I will see you guys next time, and thanks for stopping by.